All right, we are back for Heated Rivalry Season 1, Episode 2. Oh my gosh, so after Episode 1 blew me away, I didn't think Episode 2 was going to be able to compare. I'm like how are they going to outdo themselves? It's impossible. But Episode 2 did not disappoint. Oh my gosh, it gave me everything I did not know I needed. I felt all the feels. It was like a freaking roller coaster with sugar and spice, lots and lots of spice and everything nice. It was everything. Episode 2 was everything. Like, it's been a minute since I've been this impressed with the show. But let's get right into it. The show does not waste time. They do a lot of skips through time. So they start off the show with Ilya and Shane exchanging text back and forth, but over the course of months and months. And there's this one really funny exchange. Ilya texts Shane and says, "Do you want to come in Boston?" And Shane says, "Did you use Google Translate? Like, that don't make no sense." And Ilya's like, "Yeah, it makes sense. Read it again." And like, I got it right away. That's Ilya for you. He is not shy. He pulls no punches, but the man's got a game. He's like funny and spicy and dominant. Like, not to be on Ilya's jock, but I'm sorry. I think I'm a fangirl for that man. But anyway, they text back and forth, and a lot of time is covered. It moves really, really fast. This is a slow burn story because the relationship takes place over the course of years, but it's a fast moving slow burn because we do a lot of jumps in time and fast forwarding. And as they exchange text, sometimes they're texting each other right before games, right before they have to hit the ice. And Ilya's like mind fucking Shane. He's texting him like such suggestive things, like taunting him, both sexually taunting him, but also like battle of the wits taunting him. And he's like messing with Shane's head right before they have to go in the ice. And there are some scenes where Ilya's giving his team a pep talk, Shane's giving his team a pep talk, and I'm usually not big for like sports fiction, but I love a good sports pep talk. Like, that really gets me going. So I love the pep talks. But in between pep talking their teams, they're like sexing each other and sparring and messing with each other's heads. And finally, they meet up again, and like Shane is like, "Why did you think it was okay to sex me before the game?" And Ilya is like so amused with himself. But it's really good. They go to Shane's crib, and Shane has a nice place. It should be on MTV Cribs. It's so good. And Ilya has this one line. He's like, "Where do you want me?" Like, on the floor in the kitchen. Like, "Where do you want it?" And it reminds me of this throwback song by 112. "We Could Do It Anywhere." They're like in the shower, but I'm not gonna sing for you. It's just, it'll ruin the whole video. But if you know, you know. 112's "We Can Do It Anywhere." I wish they would have put that in the soundtrack, but Ilya's line just reminded me of that song. I just have to throw that in there. But anyway, they get down again, and it just gets hotter and hotter. Just when you didn't think the temperature could go any higher, they break the whole damn thermometer. And yeah, it is a hot and sweaty scene. They're sweating, I'm sweating. They're doing the damn thing. And then as they're about to leave, as they wrap up after they uh, blow each other's minds and blow my mind in the process, it's established that they're both going to be playing at the Olympics. So they're like, "Okay, I'll see you at the Olympics." So the Olympics happens, and Shane sees Ilya up and off in the wing somewhere. And they had been texting, or rather, Shane had been texting Ilya, but Ilya had been ignoring Shane's text. He laid it on him, and then like gave him the cold shoulder and just started backing away. So I haven't read the book, so I don't have the context. I don't know what's going on, but Ilya has not been responding to Shane's text. Shane sees Ilya at the Olympics and goes up to him. It's like, "Are you okay?" Like, cause Ilya had lost a game, a really big pivotal game, and Shane was concerned. It's like, "Are you okay? Like, you good?" And Ilya's like, "Go away, leave me alone." And Shane's like really trying to like warm up to him and check in on him, and Ilya just gives him the cold shoulder, and it shatters my heart. Like, I feel the pain in that scene. Like, Shane, like, oh my gosh, his eyes, like Hudson the actor can really play Shane's part. Like I feel his soul shatter through the look in his eyes. And I'm hurt too, because like I'm in love with Ilya myself, and to see him go so cold and so stoic, so I'm like, oh man. So Shane walks away defeated, like understandably defeated. And then we're in Russia at a party scene, and Ilya's with his family, and it's a formal event, and Ilya's in a tux. And let me tell you, Ilya can wear a tux. He was wearing that thing. He looks good when he's dressed up. But anyway, not trying to objectify the man. Let's stick to the story. We get a little bit more of a taste of Ilya's family. And yeah, I'm still not feeling the dad. I'm not a fan of his dad, and Ilya's female friend is there, and there's a guy from his past there. At first, I wasn't sure, but when he said your father is a hockey coach, I remember in the past Ilya had hooked up with his hockey coach's son. So I'm like, oh, is that dude from his past? And it came out that yeah, that is the dude from his past. Sasha is his name. Sasha came on to Ilya and it was like, no, like I don't do that anymore. Like it's over. We're not doing this thing. So I was glad to see that he didn't give it to Sasha. Clearly, he still has Shane on his mind, even though he's being cold to him. So we're still like barreling through time. We're going back and forth through time. And Shane is watching Ilya on TV. Ilya's watching Shane on TV, and they're clearly longing for each other, but there's some distance between them. But then we get to a scene where they have to present an award together, and they haven't seen each other in a while, and they haven't talked to each other in a while, and they're both dressed up, and they're about to go on stage, and they start bickering. They have like a little lovers quarrel behind the scenes. And I think Shane is getting a little flustered, but Ilya is playing it cool because that's how Ilya rolls. He's like the cool one, and they get on stage and they have like a little playful, funny banter together. And where no one can see is like during a little sketch they're doing, Ilya grabs the back of Shane's neck in this flirtatious way. And it just reminded me of this line from a Cisco song, from Thong Song, when Cisco's like, do I have to grab the back of your neck to make you listen to me? And that song just popped into my head and it amused me. But then I got right back into the story because Ilya's fingertips just grazes Shane's back. He runs his hands down his back, and they're on stage where no one can see. And like, oh my gosh, I feel the electric spark. But like, I can't believe he did that to him. He hadn't talked to him in months, and having given him the cold shoulder, then he's gonna caress his shoulder blades all like that. Like, what is he doing? So afterwards, Shane is obviously flustered. He goes into the bathroom to compose himself, and there's no one there, so he's trying to get himself together. Then Ilya comes in, and Shane gratefully lets him have it. He's like, you've been ignoring me for 6 months, and then you get all flirty when there's cameras around. Like, you only talk to me when there's an audience. And Shane, like, really pours his heart out. And I really feel him in this scene. As, like, it's pretty apparent, I mostly relate to Ilya, and I'm, like, kind of swinging from Ilya's okay, I'm not gonna say that, but I am a Ilya fan. But in this scene, I really felt Shane, and like, oh my gosh, like I almost cried. Like I teared up a little bit during the bathroom scene where Shane poured out his heart. It's like, you've been ignoring me, but then when cameras are around, you want to be all flirty. Like, what the fuck, pretty much. And they have like some back and forth. They have a saucy little banter. It's like the chemistry is like spicy, but also they get a little bit vulnerable and tender, but then it's a little aggressive. You feel like the rivals to lovers energy. I do want to say that in episode 2, you feel more of the rivals energy than we did in episode 1. But the chemistry in the bathroom scene is given the whole damn periodic table. I love that scene. It's probably my favorite scene in the show so far. It's like I said, it's like spicy tension, but also a vulnerable, soft tension that rips your heart out. Their bathroom scene is everything. But they make arrangements to see each other, and they like Ilya kind of taunts and teases Shane, but Shane doesn't resist. He he's into it, and understandably so. And so they make arrangements to see each other. Okay, so Shane goes up to meet Ilya in his gorgeous penthouse. At first, I thought it was his house, but I think it was his hotel. But this penthouse has a stunning view. Like Ilya is bawling. I love a good scene, like actual scenes, like the scenery, the setting. Setting is what I'm trying to say. I love a good setting. I love a penthouse. I love a mansion. So I love this penthouse they're in. It really just sets the ambiance of the scene. And Ilya, as usual, wastes no time. He's like, take off your clothes. And Shane complies. Like, how can you resist? You gotta comply with Ilya. When Ilya says take it off, you take the shit off, okay? So Shane complies. And there's a moment in the scene where Ilya is sitting in a chair at the foot of the bed, and Shane is on the bed, and the contact they're making with each other, like this tension is just, oh my gosh, I was about to lose my shit with anticipation. But they didn't leave me waiting too long. They they got into it the way that they do, the way that these two do when they're in private, and they got into it. And oh my gosh, just the way this was filmed, the way this was directed, the way this is performed, it is an erotic masterpiece. This is erotic art, erotic and romantic art at its finest. Like, oh my gosh, Emmy, they need an Emmy. But anyway, after this masterpiece of an erotic scene, they're in bed doing their post coito pillow talk, and Shane is trying to get to know Ilya. Like, do you want to go back to Russia? Is it even safe there for people like you? And Ilya is like giving him the cold shoulder, kind of shutting down. Like, what do you mean? Like, he's not opening up. And Shane's trying to connect, but Ilya is shutting down and like closing him off. And then Ilya's just like, well, it's time for me to go to bed, and like kind of covertly kicks him out. And Shane is like, yeah, I should go too. And it is so hard to watch. Like, Ilya really let him have it in the sex scene. Like, he laid that pipe like he was a goddamn plumber. But then right after, he shuts down completely. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is this hot and cold? Like, oh my gosh. And Shane leaves, obviously dejected and rightfully so. And Shane starts to text Ilya, and this line breaks my heart. He's like, "We didn't even kiss," and then he deletes it. And I didn't even notice. I was so distracted by like the heat of the scene. But he's right. They got at it, but they didn't even kiss each other. And it was kind of, it was abrupt how Ilya was so all over him and then just put him out and like shut him down. And the pain in Shane's eyes, like, oh my gosh, it had me feeling all my feels. And the episode just ends like that. And I'm like, Ilya, why are you doing our boy Shane like that? Like, what are you guys doing to me? But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. Like I said, this is a roller coaster. It's hot and cold, up and down. But I know there's more to come. I can't wait to see how these guys come back together. But let me know what you think in the comments. What did you think of episode 2? How are you coping with the roller coaster that these guys are taking us on? Shane and Ilya make me crazy. How are you guys staying sane? Let me know in the comments. And if you feel like it, like and subscribe.